Coaster, baby.
Da, și n-a venit cu mâna goală. Alături de noi se află, stai să-i dau drumul și la microfon. Ok. Orlando de la The Maccabees, welcome.
First of all, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Allow
much.
me to sing in Romanian for you. Yeah, but
okay.
I will sing in Romanian.
Alright.
Mulți ani trăiască, mulți ani trăiască, la mulți ani. This is happy birthday.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll start the band. All right, we have been waiting for you quite a while, so welcome.
Yeah. We take a while doing a lot of stuff, so
Yeah.
thanks for waiting.
But I couldn't think of a better time for you to be here.
Yeah, it's an amazing time.
Now your new album is out. You've described the writing and recording session as painful, tricky and traumatic. But
Yeah.
this is Monster. The result, wow.
Yeah.
It's the greatest album I've heard this year so far.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I think when we started doing the interviews after making the record, we were still so close to the making of it that it did feel like it was all those things a little bit, but actually with a little bit of distance now, it feels very worthwhile, like you say, and yeah, we're very proud of it.
So art requires sacrifice, right?
I think just the way that we go about it is it's how we kind of justify ourselves, justify the process in a way. Like it has to have been really minded about. We have to have really kind of explored every option, and that takes a long time. So.
There's a lot of love on social media from the artist. Florence said the wonderful thing, Adele, Mystery Jets.
Yeah, they've all been very kind, yeah.
So it's your first #1. Congrats for that.
Thank you.
But I feel that it's more important to, I don't know, congratulate you for the album, for the result itself. I don't know how important is for you, the #1.
No, I think if it was a #1 album, we weren't proud of the record, it'd feel pretty hollow, so...
Was there a point during the making of the album when you realized that this is going to be big?
No, I mean, we were writing an album that we were basing in a pretty celebrated part of London, and we would locked ourselves away in the studio so completely and so kind of claustrophobically that we weren't entirely sure if we would ever finish it, let alone that it was going to be a successful record. Or and I think the proof of whether it's successful or not will come years down the line, whether people still think it's any good. It's very nice that we're #1 for this week, but you know, like you say, it's not really the point.
And what was the first song you had, the centerpiece?
We did we had a song that's on there called "Spit It Out," and that wasn't really finished. But then we had some this guy Laurie Latham come in, and we played it to him, and he said, "You got to stick with that one. You got to finish that one."
That will be the third single, right?
That's the third single, yeah. And when we finished that, suddenly we got a bit more. We just felt like it was possible, like we might be able to finish the whole thing. You know, if we could finish that one, we could maybe finish the record.
You have been and still are an independent band. I know about Fiction record. Fiction is a standalone label, still owned by Universal. So does your do-it-yourself philosophy still work? I know that the video for About Your Dress is made by you guys with minimal costs.
Yeah, that's true. I think what we discovered is that one of the really nice luxuries of getting a bit more success or getting a bit more notoriety and all those things is that you can ask to work with people that you really want to work with. And
Great.
And with this record, we've been working with a guy called Joe Connor, who's a really great director, and trying to show the Elephant and Castle in very different light to how it's sort of perceived. You know, I'm sure there are places in Bucharest where it's famous only for one thing, and actually no place is only one thing. It's lots of things, and that's what the videos are meant to show.
You are more than 10 years old as a band. Has
10 years old as a band, 32 as a man, so
yeah.
It's a lot.
Happy birthday once again. Anyway, has anything changed beside the fact that you are a big name of the indie rock and the post-punk revival? Has anything changed in the music industry?
Yeah, lots changed.
What?
Well, when we started as a band, people started, it's when sort of the MySpace thing started going, and I was signing someone's record for them the other day, and they were saying that they showed me a picture, and they'd got it off their MySpace, and they'd forgotten they even had a MySpace. So I mean, that's how much, it's that distant a memory, the concept of MySpace. So a lot's changed. A lot more kind of people are slowly starting to understand what the power of the internet, and at the start of when we were going, it was still this kind of novelty thing that you'd put music online, it's like, so yeah, I mean, huge changes in the last 10 years.
Do you think that music splits into those two categories, namely the music with message and no message music? What do you think? Or the one that means something and the one you forget?
No, because I think music can do all sorts of things. I think music can be there to sort of supplement a good time, or to be company and console, or can. And I've forgotten lots of brilliant music, and that's the nice thing, is that I'll remember something in the future and think, how did I forget that? How could I have left that on the shelf so long? It's one of those wonderful things that's far too complex to try and sort of package.
Okay, now back to the album. I feel like there's a lot of summertime sadness, on it. And I know that every listener will relate to different things and think about different stuff. Is there a main theme for March to Prove It? And if so, what will be from the maker's perspective?
I think there was a definite thought about trying to find some romance and some meaning in the everyday, like something kind of wonderful that is so easily overlooked. The album cover is a photograph that we found of the roundabout near the studio. This is it, yeah. And I'd gone past it 100 times, and something about the photograph. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Something about that photograph gave it a new lease of life for me. And I think with the language that we used on the record, and the thing of not over layering the record, not having it be too lush, trying to be honest and make a record that could be played live, all of those were the principles. Like it needn't be complicated, it needn't be sort of grand, and it can still carry the weight, hopefully. So.
Can we say that Silence, by the way, beautiful take from Hugo, is kind of related to your Silence, to the 3 years old Silence?
You can say whatever you like. Yeah. But I think it's. I love that song. I think he sings it beautifully. I feel very glad that he wanted me to sing with him on it.
It was a pretty long creative session. Can we expect more from it?
More from Maccabees.
Yeah. From this session.
Oh, more songs.
Yeah.
I mean, there's hours and hours and hours of music, but I think that it's too easy nowadays to kind of just throw everything at it, and we spend a long time honing and editing everything so that that's the final product.
Can you think of a book to reassemble some of the stories from the new album?
I read a book that I thought was kind of helped me out a bit with thinking about it, by Charles Dickens. It's called Night Walks.
Yeah.
And it's him trying to deal with his insomnia by just walking through the streets of London. And of course it's an age away, but there's still a lot of similarities in that sense of always being a voyeur. When it becomes that late at night, you never really feel part of any of the things that are going on. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a good book, great read.
Let's try thinking ahead. How do you think the music will sound in 50 years from now?
Oh, I expect it'll be terribly dated. I don't know.
Try.
I hope that whilst the sound
rock
of
will
it
die.
I'm sure rock will eat itself over and over again. But who knows? I think I hope that what comes through is a kind of sincerity, and that's in the music and in the lyrics and in the kind of presentation of it, and maybe that lasts better than a genre. I don't know.
Wow. Interesting.
You've been on a North American tour with your old pals from Mumford & Sons.
Yeah.
They used to open for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that, I don't know, the wheel will turn back and...
No, I don't.
Why not?
They're the biggest band in the world, aren't they? Like, no. we had a very nice time playing with them the first time and the second time and the third time, and it's very nice that they've asked us back. And Ben, who's the keyboard player in Mumfords, is going to put the record out for us in America, which is great. So yeah, we owe those guys, and we're very proud to be play on the road with them.
All right. Final question. Have you seen the bands of Summerwell lineup? I mean, Kasabian, Falls, LaRue, the Wombats, Jungle, Co-ops, Foxes, Son, or Circa Waves performing in other places? And which one did you like the most?
I haven't seen Foals for a couple of years actually.
Really?
So I'd love to see a bit of them
Tonight?
Yeah, I hope so. I've got to leave a little bit early, but I'm going to try and stick around and see some of that. And LaRue as well. I haven't seen her for a long time, so yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, and happy birthday.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Summerwell Special Edition cu Bogdan Șerban și Alexandru Angel.
Roller coaster, baby!